Listen, it's been a long while since I posted. I last posted before the 15th of December, and now it's like the 30th of Jan. I'm really lacking on the consistency, and this video is a little bit all over the place, so I'm going to be popping in a lot to kind of explain myself. Yeah, so if I feel like there's any confusion within the video, I will pop in and talk to you like this. So I filmed the following video on the 15th of December, and I filmed that video at the beginning of January. Right now, it's the 6th of January. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year. Content from this year will probably be posted after this video that you're watching right now. That will be more up to date. I kind of just took a break a little bit to kind of focus on family and also kind of be more present during Christmas. So yeah, sorry I haven't been posting in a while. Oh, the most important thing. Thank you. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Like, that means a lot, okay? Thank you. Okay, so I just wanted to pop in and say thank you, and that I filmed this on the 15th of December, and new content, like, as in this year's content, is going to be coming the following week. I'm going to be posting more often now that the holiday's over. Yeah. Oh, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about ADHD. The reason why I want to talk about ADHD is because I deal with ADHD. ADHD doesn't necessarily mean that you are hyperactive and bouncy. And I just wanted to kind of tell you guys quick things that you might not know or you might want to know about some people who deal with ADHD. So basically that was the plan of the video. That's what I planned on, telling you guys, showing you guys, like sharing my experience. But as I continued filming it, it started not making sense. So I will be showing you some of the stuff that I've been reading. Later on, I'm going to mention the fact that it's going to be a reading vlog. So I still want to talk about the ADHD part, but the other side of it is about like reading and it's also kind of like a little bit of like a vlog type thing. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but like, yeah, just know that those are the three main things that are being covered in this video. So as I said before, I deal with ADHD, meaning that these are my own experiences. I was diagnosed in September of this year, September 2021, but I was kind of thinking to myself that I've experienced a lot of these symptoms way before that, and it was kind of gone unnoticed because it's not as noticeable as, you seeing this person who's distracted and bouncy and disruptive and everything. There's a difference between being attentive and inattentive. So for me, my kind of ADHD is being inattentive. So one of the things that I do is daydream a lot, especially when I'm doing tasks that I don't want to be doing at the time. I could be daydreaming about anything else that I want to do. Could be daydreaming about a scenario or something that's already happened in the past. Anything else besides what I'm focusing on in the moment. I would always think that it was never caused by something. Like, I just lack concentration, It would usually make me dissociate a lot of the time and not be aware of my surroundings, which I thought was normal until I kind of saw people's experiences off of TikTok, off of YouTube, and saw that ADHD isn't the set thing. It's like different ways of presenting itself. Part of my inattentiveness is being very quiet and within myself. And usually that leads to me having a lot of thoughts at once. And I have like a lot on my mind to the point where it feels like my mind is flooding with thoughts. It puts me in spaces of being overwhelmed, overstimulated, and it makes me not very cooperative because I would be thinking so hectically about multiple things. And it would be like things like, oh, I need to do this when I get home, and then I'm doing this right now. What does this person think of me? What does this? But it's all happening at the same time. Like 5 things are happening at the same time, at the same volume, and it would be like at a high volume. And it would make me overwhelmed and overstimulated a lot of the time. And this is when I'm not on medication. When I'm not on medication, and before I started taking medication, the outside plus the inside would like overwhelm me. So to someone else who is interacting with me, like for example my parents, they could make a loud sound, right? Like even if it's not something that is targeted towards me, and they just make a loud sound like they bang the door, I could get scared and overstimulated by that sound, and it would be that sound plus my thoughts that are flooding my head that would trigger me to have very distressed moments. So that's one of the things that I deal with ADHD. A good way for me to kind of manage that is by breaking down tasks. So a lot of the time, well, like before I spoke to my parents about it, the tasks that I'd be given would be too much to do. Like it would be like, for example, 3 tasks to do, but I'm also attending to my own thoughts. So to me, those tasks are now overwhelming me, even though they're like 3 simple tasks. Because I would have a lot of these things in my head, it would leave less space for short-term memory. So for me, I wouldn't remember things easily. I can forget very easily. Which also made reading so difficult, because I would be reading and then maybe 5 pages down the line I would forget like an important thing, and then I wouldn't understand what's going on in the book. And then it throws me off my tasks, because I would be doing task 1, focusing on task 1, and then forgetting what task 2 and 3 are, and then it like overwhelms me because I'm like, oh no, now I forgot. And now this person thinks that I don't want to do that task, but it's more of like I forgot, you know? Those symptoms of having so many things overwhelm me at the same time, it went unnoticed because it made me think that my personality is just very sensitive. Like I'm just a sensitive person and everything just makes me cry. And I would completely forget about the fact that, okay, I was sitting with myself in my own head, not being able to organize my thoughts. And now outside, there's something that's, you know, overwhelming and overstimulating. And that's what would lead me to be a very sensitive person or have a very sensitive reaction to whatever that person is telling me to do. And I think for me, that was a little bit dangerous because I tended to normalize the fact that I'm the problem, you know? Technically, yes, it's my problem, but like, you know, it's caused by a neurological thing and like my chemicals are imbalanced, but I would kind of blame it on my personality and who I am. But what I want to make kind of important in this video is to inform people that like, there are people out there with ADHD who are inattentive, and all of these things like daydreaming and having flooded thoughts and being overwhelmed and overstimulated easily. And I want to kind of bring to light that it's never you can never say that only disruptive children have ADHD, because for me, I believe that I've had ADHD this whole time. And it becomes very unnoticed because I was the type of person or the type of child where, you know, I would be quiet and I wouldn't be disruptive and I'd keep to myself and everything. But little did other people know that I was a child who was daydreaming a lot and having a lot of thoughts at once and being inattentive in conversations and being stressed out by tasks given to them. Like, to one person, it could seem like, oh, this person is sensitive and disobedient and whatever. But to me, like, or to other people, that is just, you know, symptoms of ADHD. For me, medication has helped a lot. You know, ever since I stopped doing school, I still want to continue doing Concerta because Concerta kind of makes me think of one thing at a time. So yeah, I had more to say in that video, but it just wasn't making sense. So I'm gonna cut to the reading vlog. I have 2 announcements, okay? One announcement is that I got my license. I feel awkward. There's someone who's walking past. I've got my license. Now we can car vlog. Not that that was an issue because I was still driving without a license, but now we can drive legally. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is that I got You've Reached Sam. The reason why I got it a day after I got Ugly Love is because this one was out of stock and I just wanted to reserve it because I think a lot of people are reading it. I don't know when I'm gonna start it, but it might be soon because I have been flying through Ugly Love. And right now I give it, like, if it's out of 5, I'd give it like a 3.5, 4 out of 5. Like, I am very much a person who likes to read romance, but like some of the stuff is a little bit cliched and stuff. I don't know. I would read it again just for fun, but it's not like a 5-star read, you know. I got You've Reached Sam, and then I got a little book light. I thought I wouldn't need it. I've always seen it. I thought I wouldn't need it because I've got like a lamp at the side of my thingy, my bed, but that lamp is so bright, and like it's like so much work to like go and shift it to the bedside table and then my desk, and then, you know, just because of the wiring. And then I got these tabs because I have started a habit of tabbing things in my books. Sorry, I keep coming back, but those tabs were actually not what I thought it was. It was like they were 5, and like that was it. Like, it's those ones where you like put in files, so I didn't even use it. I had to get other tabs. Just for the record, if you wanted to buy those ones. So I got that from Exclusive Books. And yeah, I'm very excited. I've been told that means that I am going to be sent around more, which I don't mind because I don't want to just stay at home unless I'm really into a book that I'm reading. But yeah, that's the announcement I wanted to make. And then like a day later, my Take-A-Lot order for 3 books came in. So I had more to read. Okay, so I received my order from Take-A-Lot. So they came in 2 boxes. So I got Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair, Song of Achilles in a hard copy, and then I got The Cruel Prince. I already started The Cruel Prince. I'm like 50% in, but I just wanted the hard copy. And this is what's really making me excited. My experience on reading and having ADHD. Because, you know, ADHD is about an attention thing, and like it's really hard to pay attention to books if you're constantly staring at the same time and you're doing it for long periods of time. So I really challenged myself to read. I started reading in December on my Kindle, and I started to get hard copies of books that I thought that I would really enjoy. So you'll see that like I have a lot of hard copies, but I also still read on my Kindle/iPad/phone. I'm thinking of reading today and kind of relaxing because my mental health hasn't been the greatest. It takes a lot of me to pay attention to what I'm reading. Like, you would find that I would just read words and I'd look at words, and then I'd find that I'm like on page 50, but I don't even know what's going on. I used to be one of those like people, like, you know, back in grade 5 when we had like groups of like reading, you know, like in the class. I used to be one of the top people because I love to read. But I really want to get back into reading because I want to create more healthy coping mechanisms when it comes to, you know, my mental health. And the fact that I don't have like school anymore to do, I kind of wanted to distract myself with reading. My dream is to have like a nice bookshelf, like, well, kind of like a room, like a reading room, or I don't know if that makes sense, like a room surrounded by glass, and there's like a bookshelf and there's a comfortable couch. You know, if I want to come and hang out and watch Netflix instead of read, I can still do that, but like just like a comfortable environment for me to just like reset and recharge, because I'm the type of person who needs to recharge a lot. So this is a very spontaneous outro because I did not have a structured outro. I'm so sorry for this chaotic video, especially since it's the first video of the year for me. I'm pretty sure that all of my videos are gonna start being better. I want to start posting more, getting more video content out. Say hi to Sainty. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and share my videos, and I'll see you next week.